In the 1990s, Wall Street was a jungle, and every jungle has its apex predator. But this one didn't wear fangs. He wore Armani. At the height of his power, he made over $12 million in a single year, not by building companies, but by selling dreams. Dreams that would make him rich and destroy everything around him. But here's the wild part. Even after prison, bankruptcy, and humiliation, the world still can't stop talking about him.
Why?
Because Jordan Belfort wasn't just the wolf of Wall Street. He was the mirror reflecting the dark side of the American dream. Jordan Belfort was born in 1962 in the Bronx, New York, not into wealth, but into hustle. His parents were accountants, but Jordan's dreams were bigger than balance sheets. By the time he was in college, he was selling Italian ice on Long Island beaches, making thousands every summer. He wasn't thinking about Wall Street yet. He was thinking about how to sell, how to get people to say yes. After college, he landed a job as a door-to-door meat salesman. He built his own small business, and at one point, had dozens of employees selling beef and seafood across New York. But when the business collapsed, he was broke, desperate, and looking for a way back. That's when someone told him about stockbroking. And from that moment, his life changed forever. Jordan walked into a Wall Street brokerage at 22, wide-eyed, ambitious, and broke. He learned fast. He studied the markets, the clients, and most importantly, the psychology of selling. Then came Black Monday, 1987. The stock market crashed, and Jordan's firm collapsed. But he didn't quit. Out of the ashes, he created Stratton Oakmont, a small brokerage that would become a money-making machine. Instead of chasing big corporate clients, Stratton targeted ordinary Americans, teachers, small business owners, middle-class dreamers. They'd call up, pitch a cheap stock, build trust, and then flip it into expensive junk shares for massive commissions. Jordan called it the straight line system, a hypnotic way to control the sale from hello to goodbye. And it worked. By the early 90s, Stratton Oakmont was moving over $1 billion in stock, with more than 1,000 employees. The office wasn't just a workplace. It was chaos, a mix of Las Vegas and Wall Street. Cocaine, champagne, dwarf-tossing parties, and Ferraris lined up outside. It wasn't business. It was a circus, and Jordan was the ringmaster. At his peak, Jordan Belfort's life looked like the American dream on steroids. He owned yachts, mansions, and cars that could fill a dealership. His yacht, once owned by Coco Chanel, sank off the coast of Italy. He survived. The yacht didn't. But beneath the luxury was rot. Stratton Oakmont wasn't a brokerage. It was a pump-and-dump operation. They'd artificially inflate stock prices, dump them for profit, and leave investors with nothing. Still, people wanted to believe in him. Because Jordan had what America loved: charisma, confidence, and results. His parties became legend. He once spent $700,000 in a single weekend. He threw cash off his yacht just for fun. He called himself the Wolf, and Wall Street howled with envy. But behind the laughter, the FBI was listening. In 1992, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission began investigating Stratton Oakmont. By then, the firm was under a mountain of lawsuits, complaints, and suspicious trades. The FBI wiretapped calls, tracked accounts, and followed the money, and all of it led to Belfort. But Jordan kept going, fueled by adrenaline and drugs. He was addicted, not just to cocaine or quaaludes, but to winning. Eventually, one of his closest associates flipped, giving the FBI everything. In 1998, Belfort was indicted for securities fraud and money laundering. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison, serving 22 months. He lost everything: his company, his fortune, his family. The empire he built on sales and seduction crumbled overnight. When he walked out of prison, Jordan Belfort was 36. He'd gone from millionaire to inmate, from wolf to ghost. But the story didn't end there. In prison, he met Tommy Chong, the comedian from Cheech and Chong, who encouraged him to write his story. So he did. The result? A book called The Wolf of Wall Street. It became a bestseller, and later, a Martin Scorsese film starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Ironically, the story of his crimes made him rich again. He turned his past into a brand, becoming a motivational speaker, teaching others how to sell ethically. Some see that as redemption. Others see it as irony. The man who once sold lies now selling lessons on integrity. But Jordan sees it differently. He says, "I was always addicted to winning. I just had to change what game I was playing." Today, Jordan Belfort is a reminder of both the brilliance and the danger of the American dream. He showed how far charisma, ambition, and greed can go before they devour you. His story isn't about finance, it's about human nature. The hunger for more, the illusion of control, and the thin line between confidence and corruption. Every generation has its wolves. But Jordan Belfort's howl still echoes through Wall Street, a warning of what happens when ambition forgets its conscience. From a beach hustler to a Wall Street legend, Jordan Belfort lived every side of the dream, the rise, the fall, and the reinvention. He didn't just chase money. He chased power, pleasure, and the rush of being unstoppable. And for a moment, he really was. But even wolves have to sleep. And when they do, the jungle remembers.